Okay, some footage here, some like movie type footage. There's a drop sweep, a roll kick, side kick. Obviously, this footage is a bit scrappy. It's old footage, so just bear with me. There's side kick, Steve Gersbach. I have to try and get it off Steve. He's got the original footage and it's clear, but it's pretty hard to find him. Lives somewhere across the country. He doesn't want to be found. I won't say what he does, but anyway, if I can part Lebo in him, I think. But we still love him. Yeah. So there's a drop sweep again. There's me doing a side kick. Yeah, folks. This a lot of this stuff here is taken back in the 90s. I was sort of about 23, 24. You know, full of spring and training with Kim Gray, loving life in the army, jumping in and out of Black Hawk helicopters, and just fucking amazing shit. Just adrenaline junkie, you know. I wasn't a junkie, but adrenaline, you know. You know what I'm saying. So this is some of the footage that's basically I've got. Here we go. Bang, side kick. I could kick left leg, right leg, run, jump, spin, heel kicks, tornado kicks. This is back then. Axe kicks, almost full splits. Definitely full side splits. Not side splits, front splits. Either way, I could do all that. So I was pretty athletic. I wasn't a natural. I had to work hard to get what I wanted to get. But I enjoyed it, you know. Kept me off the streets and kept me focused. And also, you know, anyone had I wouldn't take any shit off anyone, you know. I was like, no way, I'm not taking shit off anyone, you know, as far as I'm concerned. There you are, breaking some bricks, and here we are. This is pretty cool. There's a little fight scene that we're doing. That's the place that I had. I had a Harrow Master, and the place was real schmick. I run a pretty tight crew when I had the blokes living with me. It had to be no one got away with too much there. Yeah, so it was all right. That's up in Townsville. Steve Gisby, he ended up becoming a stunt man. Pretty good. He did a bit of a clown sometimes, but I didn't mind Gers. He was all right. I could handle him, you know. A lot of guys couldn't. They couldn't handle his sense of humour. He was a bit gobby, but he could back it up. He could back it up to a point. I was training for boxing. Oh, here we go. This is pretty cool. Just bear with us again. I know it's scrappy, but you can see the outlines of what's going on, but it does clear up. How do we get that clearer? Not easy. But here it goes, nice and clear. There's a bit of a fight scene. So this is how you sort of rolled in those days. There wasn't sort of computers around and iPhones, and who knew we'd get all that stuff. But I had a heap of footage in this Mark. I won't say his name, but anyway, this bloke stole it off me from school. I had like fucking tons of footage when I was 18, 19, 20, in my 30s. Videos, fights of the battalion. He stole all my trophies. He's just a real piece of work. Love to get my paws on him. This is Chambers. Richard Chambers. I used to live with him. He's a really cool guy. Really nice guy. Yeah, a lot of guys used to put him down a fair bit, but he just sort of, yeah, righto, whatever. You know, he's good like that. And I always knew the guy would go far. He's got a house, owns a house, got nice kids, everything, you know. One of the quiet achievers of the world. Old Chamber from Redcliffe. He actually went to school with Mitch O'Hallow, believe it or not, with Mitch. There we go. Oh, I get up in here. I'm a bit of a tyrant to him here. Going fucking like this, mate. he done Carly sticks with me before. Like, you know, you're doing with weapons, you got to fucking be on the ball. You get hurt. So here we go. Some takedowns again. With Gersbach. I get one right up around his neck, nearly break his jaw. Poor guy. He's got the TAS, what do you call it? Crash test dummy. Yeah, boom. Yeah, that's not easy to do. You got to be able to pick the time. I was really good at takedowns. I did a Hapkido. I did about 5, 6 different styles at once, going up towards me black belt. Chorley foot kung fu, boxing with my brother, Hapkido, and kickboxing with Chinese boxing, AFTA Taekwondo, Tiger Lee Taekwondo. So there's about 6 different styles I was doing at once for fucking 4 or 5 years, plus doing weights. Couldn't get enough of it. Yeah, that's way before the army though. So by the time I'd got into the army, I was pretty grounded. You know what I mean? Like, you had to keep quiet about your shit in there because, you know, if you gobbed off just a bit, there's a lot of guys that were senior, They had all that real senior bullshit going on, you know. You're a lid, then you're a tube, and then you're a gob, and then you're a digger. And, oh, God. I didn't see any need for the shit, but anyway, that's how it rolled in those days. A lot of guys went to Timor, Afghanistan. I got out. I got out under mysterious circumstances. No, I got out because it was just, things were just, yeah, no, I don't really want to go into it, but a lot of things that shouldn't have been going on. And this guy here's Tim Fraser and Robert. I trained those guys. Yeah, he's doing a pretty fly. There's me. That's just superimposed. That was actually taken on the beach at Sandgate. One time I did like a 7-foot high fucking, the guy was like 6 foot something or other. There you go. There's a picture of me. There's Chuck Norris. Yeah, who I'd like to be. Who'd ever guess? Yeah, I was the Redlands Chuck Norris for a while. Here's the movie Tombstone. This is it. My place is actually my pad. Well, not pad. I wouldn't say my pad. It was all of us. You know, it was only 2 of us that lived there, and there ended up being about 5 or 6 of us. Everyone wanted to move in, mate. I was building boxing rings and fucking everything, mate. I wonder why some of the blokes in the army hated me, because I wasn't going to be stood over, and my mates let stood over, so I had everything downstairs, boxing rings. All my mates were paying for it. We had nice cars, we had Brock specials, and fucking, you know, yeah. So we try to keep everything pretty quiet here, you know. There's the Lizard Lounge, my favourite redback lounge. God, someone broke that. I was spewing about that. JMO got the cat here. Good old days. Like I said, it kept a pretty neat unit out there. There's a cat. He needs food. Meow. Here we go. This is a bit of footage. It goes on for a fair bit, this, and you'll see why, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to rehearse it so that you get the timing of it. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. It's a movie type thing. So you know, if I knew what I knew now, you know, you probably do a fair few things different. And you know, like Brett Arthur got into the movie stuff, and he wanted me to, but I was running a business at the time, and I just didn't have time to. We did a fair bit of footage, but once again, that footage got stolen or something. It went somewheres. And Brett Arthur put fire through my lip accidentally with a shin kick, straight through my bottom lip. My teeth went straight through it. Fucking near broke my jaw, but it was only an accident. But when you're doing these things here, you can get fucking hurt. Trust me, you can get hurt very, very easily. Yeah, that's why I said to Gers back here, we'll do it. Poor old Gers, I pushed him till he nearly fucking dropped in this. it was you probably go, well, what do you mean? Well, mate, it's 40 odd degree heat. 40 odd degree heat, mate. And yeah, it's pretty fucking hot. But you know, this is, like I said, this is how we roll. We weren't doing this. We were going down with the pistols, down with the prison was, and they had a rifle range down there. So we go down there by ourselves, and put up the red flag, and start shooting pistols and build kill houses. You weren't supposed to, but no one was there, so we didn't care. We just had all the pistols, and we'd run through and do dive rolls with live rounds, 45 fucking Colt specials, 45 millimeter rounds. They're pretty, and 9 mils, and go through 2 pistols like fucking, you know, like the movie Lethal Weapon, mate. It was just crazy. I had all that on footage. That all went missing. Yeah, running around with pistols in a kill house. Yeah, oh, fucking plenty of footage. Here we go again. Bang, bang, whip kick, bang, bang. So you're trying to get the timing. It's not easy. It's not easy. And Gers trying to do a little switch. So he goes bang, goes back, wham, and then he's supposed to switch, and then bang, got him. See? That wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. But, you're trying to get it smooth, and you're trying to get it accurate too. It's not easy, because obviously one leg's more coordinated than the other, and also Steve wasn't a super, you know, competent martial artist. He's a reasonable boxer, but martial arts, he didn't really know what he was doing too much there. But poor guy, you know, I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. Guy's getting kicked around a fair bit. But he is quite durable. Like, he's the guy that didn't complain too much, you know. And yeah, he would have been good, but why he never sort of come and train with me? I don't know. Maybe he was scared of me. I don't know. I never really sparred him hard. I never, I never put the gloves on with him and fucking went hard on Steve. He sort of trained himself a bit for fights, and he'd go in, he'd do okay, and he was good. I never sort of looked at him and said, well, okay, I'll spar you and I'll put it on you and I'll put one on you because I can. I like this. This is sort of footage I'm moving around, but what I'm trying to say is, um, he wasn't one. He was such a likable character. I didn't want to do that. I was like, there's some guys I put the gloves on with. I wanted to fucking smack them right in the fucking head because they were fucking wankers, mate. They need to be taught a lesson about the whole fucking game. The only way to get taught that lesson is the hard way, and that's how I was taught. I was kicked out in the rain with a blood nose. I won't say which instructor. Oh, Gary Hartman, but anyway. But he was okay, but I needed to be taught a fucking lesson, didn't I? Brought down a couple of pegs. And, yeah, I thought I was good, and I said yes, sensei, I was okay with it. Got blood pissing out of me, fucking everywhere. You know, these guys wouldn't come back after that. It makes you more resilient. And it teaches you a bit too, and you have a bit of a laugh about it later on. You know. So again, what we're doing is just sort of once again trying to rehearse it. We got these clothes that we just got back from America. We trained over with JRTC, Fort Pike, Louisiana. It was actually a deployment. And we were looking at Bosnia, but we didn't end up going. Alpha Company went to Rwanda. And, yeah, so we got all the American clothes, as you can see. Taut, trim and terrific. And so we got the Hawaii hang loose fucking shirt on. But yeah, some amazing footage here. We're moving around. I was training with Kim Gray up there. With Kim, unfortunately, we tried to get something going with the army where they were trying to sponsor me, and I was going to do the kickboxing or the boxing. But they wouldn't let me out of the army to fucking do it. They wouldn't let me train. They were pricks, mate. And Kim was like, mate, I've done everything. I've gone to the CO, the colonel, and he won't let you out. He just said, yeah, the army training's more important. But still keep training with me. So I still kept training with Kim, and I did my army training on top of it. It nearly killed me because it'd be 40-degree heat, and I'd just train, and I'd come back, and I'd be so fucking sore, like Kim was doing 2.5, 3 hour fucking sessions, mate, in those days, and it was hot, it was hot, there was no fans at the back of Kim's place, mate, and I'll tell you what, mate, fucking Gray fucking push you to your fucking, lots of calisthenics and exercise, like, he pushed you hard, don't get me wrong, but fucking exercises and sit-ups, and my stomach was like fucking cast iron, mate. Not these days. More like Father Christmas. But anyway, I don't know what fucking happened. But anyway, whatever happened wasn't good. There we go. So this is a little bit of footage. Oh, well, what's this? Benny Hill? Go chasing each other around. This is just the tape fucking up. Bear with us. So what are we? 13 minutes. If you can still hang on. So some of this stuff's going to go up on YouTube, like podcast, and then I got some other special other things. I won't say what, but there probably might be one of me doing a fight and getting interviewed by Channel 7, as they know more. One of my better fights. 1989, I was on fire in the NMAL, National Martial Arts League. I couldn't go much further because I had a shit job. I lost my job, but fuck, it's really hard trying to get any sponsors back then. You just had to bloody take whatever job and go to work, and here we go. It's getting better. Watch this. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, God. Look how fit we were back then. We're doing 30, 40k pack marches every couple of days, in the army. Oh yeah, and then all the fitness work there and guns, it just never stops in the town. Then you go bush and you lose weight. You put you through your body through some extremes, man, I tell you. And then I had 23 years of security and 18 years of bouncing waiting for me when I got out. So I did 18 years of doing the doors. Not knocking all bums out. I used to throw all those kicks on the doors, believe it or not. Even in my 40s, I was still doing the doors. At 44, I think Ian Jacobs come into the Valley Met. I said, hey, that's the world champion. That's the world champion. Fucking let him in. And I was trying to tell these guys, these bouncers, like, look after him, otherwise he'll look out. Yeah, good old Jacobs. I trained with Ian a fair bit, and of course Kim Gray and Ian know each other, but I always wanted to train with the Powerhouse. It was just one of the dreams. I'm lucky because a lot of the people from Benny the Jet to Ian Jacobs, I didn't know Kim Gray only through word of mouth of Townsville. I mean, everyone, they said, who's the best in Townsville? I said, Kim Gray. This guy called Kim Gray. His fighters haven't lost a fight in 15 years. And so I got there, and the legend and the man himself was the real deal. I'd been around a fair bit before Kim Gray. Like, I was 23 when I met Kim, and I'd started 15, 14 years of age martial arts, so I'd already won tournaments and stuff, and I knew Kim was the deal. He could do the Russian hop. He could go down and his tendon strength was through the fucking roof. It was through the roof, mate. And I just shut my mouth and did what I was told. And his big smile, and some of blokes would go there and they go, it's this and that, and I'd say, look, mate, you don't know what you're talking about. They're just scared they were going to get the fucking shit smacked out of them there, and that's all. And I had one bloke there knock me down. He hit me in the jaw and knocked me out cold not for long, just only a couple of seconds. But Kim goes, I said, what do you get hit with, the knee? No, left hook. He just smiled. This is one part Aboriginal bloke fucking knocked me head right off. And then we jumped back in the ring, and we went at each other to kill each other. And he said, get out of the ring, both of you now. That's not how you fucking train. Not, you got to look after each other. That's where Kim was good, mate. Like, he could have said, keep going and destroy each other, but he didn't. He said, get the fuck out of the ring now. You're going to fight like that? Get out. So, yeah, he was good like that. Always respect Kim Gray, mate. Ian Jacobs to train with was just a whole new dimension, really. I mean, I trained with Ian probably on and off for about 20 years. I've known of him. Put a couple of guys his way to go in tournaments and stuff. But, yeah, it was really good. I know this is really scratchy, guys. This is a real piss off, but it'll clear itself up. So it was always good with the old Powerhouse and Wayne Spencer and that. I would have liked to train him when I was younger, but things happen. But most people that I'd over the course of the years that I'd trained with, or that I wanted to train with, I ended up training with Bill Wallace, Benny the Jet, Ian Jacobs, Master Charles Shuriat, Glenn Rushton, Darren Obar, who else? Tadashi Yamashita out of the Octagon, who was in Chuck Norris movie, The Octagon. Richard Norton, I've trained with him quite a couple of times. Yeah, so I think knowledge is power when it's put into actions. Knowledge is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do, Bruce Lee. Here's a bit more footage. Some of this stuff I'm going to put on YouTube eventually as a podcast type thing. I'll definitely cut a lot of stuff out, like all the scrappy stuff, and probably put a couple of photos in between it so you break it up a bit, so it doesn't look. But it's this is taping off a phone off a little DVD in the dark. So the stuff that's going to be a little bit more clearer, So unfortunately, folks, this is all I've got of the old days. Like this other bloke who stole me trophies and me tapes, mate. Oh fuck! He got all these ones, and then there was this one here. Was an old VCR, and about a year or so ago in Gladstone, a bloke did it. He changed it over, and he said it's as scrappy as fuck. I was, but did you get anything? And he goes, yeah. He's like a real old bloke. He tried to charge me 2 or 3 times as much. He charged me nearly 2 times as much. And I went, oh, okay then. Fucking silly old bastard. And I went, oh, righto. Okay, is it going to be like that? He said, yeah, it is. And so I had to look through it, and I was a bit pissed off. But then I thought, hang on a sec. I've at least got a bit, because what had happened is over the years, she'd just been sitting there, and I carted it around everywhere, but the back was off it, and it didn't have anything on it to say what it really was, but I knew it would be some footage of something, and I didn't know what. So it's not too bad, like, at least captured a bit of the footage. Like again, it's, it's a piss off fucking watching it, and it'll like I said, it'll sort itself out. If you bear with me and you watch a bit of it, you'll see what I'm talking about as far as what do you call it? Good technique and what it was, how we rolled in those days. It's just a little bit of footage. Like I said, I'm going to edit it. I'm just putting this up just to see how it goes. Oh, me coughing. It's a cold night here, Central Australia or Central Queensland. I live now. I won't say where, but I live in Queensland up north. Yeah. So this is basically doing a little Jackie Chan fight scene that we're doing, and yeah. It takes years to develop. Anyone who can appreciate this sort of technique, it takes years. That's a right hook kick, by the way. I'm left-handed. It takes years to develop tendon strength, and it's an evolution. As Ian Jacobs would know and Kim Gray would appreciate how many years it takes to be able to do that, and accuracy. I mean, I could kick a cigarette butt off, like matchstick out of someone's mouth doing a jump spin heel kick. That's how accurate I became, with my feet, and that's training all the time, constantly. It's not, you're not what you call it, a trainer that trains periodically. You train full time. Here's me on the guns, the army. That's my badge. It's my first design badge back in '91 for the army. Just zooming in and out. Once again, it's a bit fuzzy. Yeah, so, and it'll hopefully cut into some sparring and some things. Yeah. So it's definitely a bit too long, this tape, but I thought I'd put it up anyway. Just to see how we go. This goes back doing some abseiling. A fair bit of abseiling for the recon course. We had to abseil out of choppers into the jungles and fucking all sorts of shit. Line enemy line stuff. Here we go. Here we go. This is at my house. Bang, front kick. Bang, put the hips right in. Bang. Yeah. Yeah, probably the difference now that I've learned is hands like a set of goalposts a bit more when you're doing a front kick like Jacob sort of style, and then when I do a round kick, sort of more, holding a coconut camera, and then doing the side kicks like holding an iron bar. So I learned a fair bit off Ian as far as guard was concerned. There's little things that you learn along the way that actually make you the better martial artist in the end. Like if I go back to teaching martial arts and that the knowledge I've got is unprecedented as far as I'm concerned. I always believe that within myself, even though I've got injuries and I put on weight. I look back and I think, shit, what's going on, But I think things happen for a reason, and hopefully where I've moved to has happened for a reason, and things I'll be a little bit more at peace within myself. I haven't been at peace within myself. I've always been chopping away at myself, but 18 years of bouncing in the army, and when I was younger, getting bullied and shit like that. It's just anyone who's been bullied a fair bit knows the story, and you hold that anger in you for quite a lot of years. If I didn't do martial arts, I would have ended up in jail. I would have gone down the wrong road for sure. So taught me a lot. So I talked to some people in town here where I live, and some of the people that are going to introduce me to some of the Lions Club and the Rotary Club and the hierarchy in town, and we're going to sort of get a program for the kids and that doing martial arts. I don't want to do it until I get all the elements in place, which is I got to get my uniforms and I got to get the insurance and I want to lose weight and look after myself a bit first, and so but and then I want to put the promotions up and might even bring Benny the Jet here or Ian Jacobs here eventually one day, and for the young kids in the central Queensland. And I think it's a place that I'm gonna live or stay. I've just got that feeling about it. I'm enough of the cities. I'm just they've never done me much good. So I've always struggled, and the place that I'm living at, I'll probably end up buying. Hopefully, I'm not too sure about that, but I'm sort of putting it out there to my brother and his missus that I might buy their place off them. Got a big shed out the back, couple of things. So I've never had my own place. I've always rented. Or had businesses I put money into. Sort of where most of my money went. Yeah, small business. Here we are. I should be watching this, but watch it a million times. But you get the gist of what's going on here. We're just sort of doing light and smoke. That's Tim Fraser. He ended up becoming a professional clairvoyant, believe it or not. But he is a very good martial artist. I trained. He was a black belt before me, but I trained him in sort of full contact, and he did real well. He's an AMAL. He knocked out about 4 or 5 people in that. Blood everywhere. He wasn't a real bloodthirsty guy, though. He was just a normal guy. But when it come to hardening him up and making him a bit more tougher and more resilient and a bit more sort of, ferociousness in him, I brought that out in him. And, yeah, so he did real good. Before that, I remember him about 87, 86, 86, he was doing these jump spin heel kicks 20 foot over people's fucking heads. But he wasn't accurate. He wasn't hitting them. I said, mate, if it doesn't hit, you don't hit it, doesn't count. You got to be accurate and hit and dig your technique into them. So, but I don't talk too much these days. He went his way. I went my way, and that's life. Some people you know for all your life, other people you don't. I got one mate I've known since I was 14, 13. We talk quite regularly. He's quite the lovable rogue. He ended up becoming a millionaire. I won't say what he did for a living, but he's had his ups and downs, but we've always been there for each other when the times were hard, and that's the main thing. When the times were really hard, we were there for each other. People think that they go on forever, and times are not. Oh, he kicked me in the groin, bang, whack. Yeah, so fucking that killed. Oh, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it today too. Jeez, he fucking nailed me. He probably did it deliberately, the bastard. He does a twisty kick. He had really good kicks, Tim, but not real good hands. He could have had good hands, and he could have gone a lot further. I don't think he ever really gave it away. I've seen footage of him riding his bike. He looks still pretty fit. He'd still be able to put them together. But he was sort of like, he put it together for, say, a couple of minutes, and then he'd puff out. But, yeah, his old man was a fighter pilot in World War II. He was what he called the Battle of Britain. And they never got along, him and his old man. They fucking hated each other. But I said, look, Tim, your old man's a fucking war veteran. He was in the Battle of Britain where the people dying in the planes, And I don't think that's what I didn't like about Tim, is he didn't really get that. He didn't get it. He sort of treated life and people as a joke, and that's what I didn't like about him. I shouldn't say that, but it just after the army, I sort of changed. I was a lot more serious, Before I was sort of like, giggle this and that, but after I seen what the real things gonna happen, you got to man up pretty quick in the army. Here we go. This is the shape I was in, sort of. Kimmy Gray had me in some good shape, and this is doing the bag work. It's a bit scrappy, but you can see what's going on, and it'll come clear. Some of the kicks. It's a light bag. It might look like, but I'd switch to the Muay Thai style rather than the Taekwondo. It was Master Charles Shurian. I would practice religiously 50 one leg, 50 the other leg, just on front kicks, just the stab push kick of Muay Thai. Went and trained with Dave Briggs and that for a while, but we didn't sort of hit it off too well. But Rob Stevens I sort of trained with him, and he was showing me a bit of Muay Thai. So I went to the seminars of Muay Thai and started switching my kicks. But Master Charashuri said, "You got good kicks." Glenn Rushton was there, and he's going, "You got good kicks. If you keep training into your 40, you'll be a very strong man one day. You'll still be strong." And I wish I'd seen Mr. Charashuri. And he was a part of the progressive martial arts done in Asado, Bruce Lee's top student. He was like 7 times world Muay Thai champion, and the American Thai Boxing Association. He was the head of that. And he just couldn't believe the power I was producing. And I was doing kicks. It was about 1990. I think I trained with him, or 91. And I'd just come back from Rockhampton, and I did some sparring up the coast, and I was working Hamilton Island as a barman. I hated it. And then I basically had the bongo van, and then I come down and Rockhampton. I did some sparring with some dudes there. And the Kukishin in Mackay, I sparred all those guys in the room. I didn't think much of them. I went through them like butter, all their black belts. And then I come down to Master Charashuri at seminars. So I went there, Glenn Rushton was there, and Master Charashuri just kept coming over to me. And so I learned all this. I had the tape, and all I did for like 5 years is pull the bow for 5 years. I just not do combinations on the Thai pads. What I do is I just do stab front kicks, 50, one leg 50, the other, switch round kicks, just to get the Taekwondo style out of me and start working the shin more than the instep, because Taekwondo's a bit different. So it worked well for me, so I knew how to kick Thai style, and I really researched that. Here's Tim hitting the bag, as you can see, he can put the movement there, but he's blasé with a lot of things. And he's probably thinking, he never really give me too many compliments. Like, I come back and I'll be super fit from the army and down to weight and fucking everything. And he just, I don't know. He's like, I'd say, let's go for a run. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I'll go for a 20k run. A 5k run, under 18 minutes. The good old days. You really don't realise how fit you were back then. You just go, oh, fuck. But, like, in the battalion, when I went back up for the experience in battalion, it was good. It was positive. I went to the reunion, and I put on a bit of weight, but no one really worried. They remembered me for the old me, most of the good guys. One guy comes up and he goes, I won't say who he was, I'll say Corporal Lee. He goes, Tyron, I don't think you would be able to keep up with me. But he was always like that. I thought, well, which way? Keep up which way? With a pack or putting the gloves on and punching the fuck out of each other? You built like a toothpick, man. I felt like saying. But I kept my mouth shut. I just kept my mouth shut and just went, yeah, smiled at him, give him the crocodile smiles. Ian Jacobs would say, just give him the crocodile smile. Yeah, and yeah, this isn't bad. Bang. Left leg's like a trip hammer. I know it's a bit fucking how you going, but it just shows you the speed. What I'm doing here. Anyone who's done martial arts can appreciate this. I got footage of me when I'm older, but I'm older and sluggish. And here I'm older and in shape. If I was with a good trainer, I would have excelled a bit more. It was hard to keep your standard up because you had to do your army training and you'd be out bush for months, and I'd still train out bush. I'd still train the martial arts. And then I come back and I go to Kim's and he'd say, well, you've lost a bit, Yeah, I know. You'll get it back, but you just lost a bit. And he'd say, fuck this, going bush all the time. We can't get a pattern going. I said, no, I know. And they wouldn't let me out to fucking fight, the army. And they're lost, really, because I would have been good advertisement, They just, I didn't like that Lieutenant Colonel. He was a fuckwit. Excuse my French. But you get a couple of blokes like that. Like, I had all the blokes that come down and spar me. I'd bury them. Anyone who put one on me, I'd bury him straight away. So I had this reputation in the battalion for burying people if they come down and put it on me with the gloves on. And they would. And I'd come down every couple of weeks from different places. And I'd just bury him. I'd carry him for a while, and then once they'd been a bit of a dickhead and putting in their shots, I'd just bury him, just take the oxygen, smash the head, whatever. I didn't care. That's the name of the game. I'd say I'll go as hard as what you're going. Is Tim. Tim was all right. Tim got good through sparring me. You know, he didn't get good through sparring anyone else. He got good through sparring me. I had him with the gloves on. Like in the good old days, he used to train 7 days a week, and he fought and he did real well in the fights. He did real well. But yeah, he had no. I don't know. He's probably jealous of me. There's me with a gun, machine gun. But he when I got out and I had my own business, he said, "Oh, you'll fail in your business. I predict this and I predict that." And I didn't dig what he had to say. I won't say what I did, but it wasn't nice to him, and as you do. And you know, I got no regrets for that because he was a fucking prick to me, mate. You know. And you get that, eh? There's one guy here, Baz Fawcett. He ended up being a CSM, and the other bloke was my section commander. He went to SAS. Sarah Connor, we used to call him, like out of the Terminator. And his name was Sarah, so we call his last name was Connor, so we could call him Sarah Connor. But that's a little bit of footage of shooting. Yeah. Just put a couple of rounds down range. There you go. There you go. See the smoke coming out of the barrel? A couple other blokes. I had heaps of footage of me putting clips down range and everything. And this other guy, this Dunn guy, his last name is Dunn. He stole all my tapes and big fucking trophies. I was left one trophy, mate. One trophy. How would you be, eh? He's a real prick, mate. Just jealous. I can only see it as that. I mean, you're out there and you're putting your best foot forward, and it's not easy. And they're pissed off because you are. Oh well, you know, karma, mate. I'm a great believer in karma. I don't know how it works completely, but I believe something like that's there. Poetic justice, that's for sure. Yeah. So he's trying to clear it. There's Sarah there on the left. There he is there. He went to SAS. This guy here was as better, good as a soldier as you get. He was a paratrooper as well. Yeah, he's SAS. He's my section commander. He's the best section commander I ever had. Robbo wasn't too bad. Watsy was all right, but this guy was all right. Yeah, he was good. No, a lot of guys didn't like him. I liked him. He was so professional. Yeah, he's a super soldier, mate. That one. God. The good old days. He's trying to clear it, right? What he's got to do, get the bayonet out, dig it in there, and pull the round out. Otherwise, it's a cook-off. So just get the round, get your bayonet out, mate. Get your fucking bayonet. Everything's fucking. Get your fucking bayonet out and fucking do this and F and that. There's that much swearing in the army. It's not funny. You get back in civilized. You put your foot up when you finish. You know. There he goes. You gotta fucking get that round out. You cock the weapon, shoot it again. It's very important weapon safety in the army. Very important. Yeah. Yeah, so there's good old me. I'd Sarge Hunt going in the background. Oh, his mummy's boy, he's saying to me all the time. I punched the fuck out of Sarge Hunt, I could. I had no grudge against him. He thought I had grudges against him. I never had grudges against him. Why would I have a grudge against him when I could fucking break his neck like a breadstick? I could break half their necks like breadsticks, mate. That was the whole fucking problem. They were scared of me because they were petrified of me. And I copped it, I'll tell you. Yeah, never mind. I'm still here, motherfuckers. I'm still here.